Deputy Danny Healy-Rae.
Chairman, I want to thank our own local authority, Kerry County Council, its management and workers for the great work that they have continued to do during this virus, our Radio Kerry, the Gardaí and all the voluntary workers around the county who have done so tremendous work for people, Cooney and people that are very isolated. I suppose it's only now we realise the value of businesses and people who have been employing people. I have mentioned it several times here. Friday evening doesn't belong coming when a team of men or women to pay, and these people are the very people that are paying for each and every one of us here inside. And when they stop working, we see now there's no rates, and you have a lot of commotion about extending the 3 months in relation to the rates. In Kerry County Council anyway, there has been a waiver system or a reduction system if you weren't working or if you were reduced working, your turnover was reduced. So that's always there, Minister, and no thanks to this government for that at all. We always had that. But the question is, will he replenish the money that's not coming in now from the businesses to keep the services going? That's the question that I'm asking you. So, and I want to ask you as well, Minister, have you or your department anything to do with the cut in travel allowance for workers in our local authority? Because it is very wrong to see these people who are under a lot of pressure to keep services going, their travel allowance being cut, and also temporary workers who are on a temporary contract. They have been told that their contracts won't be renewed even though that they're 2 and 3 years working for the local authority. That's not fair or right. There are a lot thrown in with the local authority, and we're going to have reduced services if there's going to be reduced workforce. So I'm asking you as well, Minister, infrastructural projects, we're told and we're promised by you that we'd work our way out of this financial problem that we have. I'm appealing to you that infrastructural projects that are ready to go, roads, water schemes, that they be kept on track and keep them going. And to ensure that there's no cut to our roads programme, because like Deputy McGrath said, local improvement schemes and community involvement schemes, the people in rural Ireland and Kerry are every bit as entitled to a good road to their door, the same as the people in Dublin 4. In relation to planning in rural areas, maybe now that the powers that be would realise the value of people living in rural Ireland, where they're isolated from these kind of viruses and different things. Maybe now we'd appreciate the value of people living in rural Ireland, and instead of putting them in on top of each other here inside in Dublin, rural cottages and demountable homes. This government certainly has, this last government has certainly left rural Ireland down, because for the year 2016 to 2021, we're to build 13 rural cottages in Kerry. Even though that there's almost 70 people on that list now, to build a house on their own land, to be near their own people and to be near on their farm maybe, and then people, demountable home, we've only one sited in the last 3 years. That's where a house falls into disrepair, where there's an elderly man and the local authority used to bring in a demountable home, and he'd remain there till the end of his days. Applicants are being excluded from the housing list, Minister. Maybe that's how you're lowering the list. Because when they go over, a couple with 3 children, when they go over 33,600 euros, they're thrown off the list. And who on that income could actually buy a house for themselves or get a mortgage? That's totally unacceptable. I'm asking you to please keep the progression of the Killarney bypass on track. I'm asking you to open the doors of the local authority buildings that are supplying the services, are delivering the services, to open them doors as soon as possible, Minister. Because when you have a bank or a shop up or down the street open, what difference is in having the door of the local authority open and bring normality?